Hello, hello Thomas. How you doing? Everything's all right? Hello everyone. Hello Yusuf. How are you? I'm so glad that you want to apply this year. Is everything all right? Hello everyone. Thank you so much, Yusuf John. Um, they have one intake per year. That's not good, really. But the thing is, it's so long. It's from 1st of February until the end of April. Like it's something maybe 3 months. Let me check. From first of so you have the whole February and whole March and whole April. So 3 months. It starts from 1st of February. It's this week on Thursday. It depends on your program. Some program are really hard to get into. It really depends on the program. How long does it take to get your admission, and how fast their committee works, and a lot of other factors. So I cannot really tell how long it takes. Yes, there are some funding for bachelors. Uh, Please leave a comment on my last post on YouTube. Then I will remember to ask this question from my friend that I'm going to interview next week. Finance. I really have no idea about finance, but I just heard from their students that it's really hard to pass the courses and this stuff. But finance is one of those programs that you can have lots of opportunities after graduation. For me, it took me 1 month to get my admission. I got my admission letter on 14th of April 2021. My studies are in both campuses. Some courses I have are in Kirchberg and some are in Belleville. Especially the second semester was really exhausting because I had to commute between these two campuses in the middle of the day. For example, on Monday I had courses in the morning in Belleville, and in the afternoon I had to be in Kirchberg, and vice versa for Tuesdays. Uh, but after that it was a bit easier. Hello everyone, welcome. The application for University of Luxembourg starts from this week on Thursday, um, 1st of February. And for non-EU students, it will be open until the end of April, 30th of April. To survive, maybe French is not really necessary. To survive, like just to live in Luxembourg and do your daily things, it is not really important to know French because like literally everyone can handle English. Um, but if you want to find a job, it is definitely important to know French at least. For some studies, for some jobs, you might find some jobs that they say English is mandatory and French or German or Luxembourgish they are plus. Um, but for example, if there is two applications with same profile, the one who has like a French proficiency has a higher chance. I really have no idea about a scholarship for bachelor, but this is one of the questions I will ask my friend that I'm going to interview next week. So stay tuned that I will publish a video to interview with my friend. He is from Pakistan and he is studying Bachelor of Computer Science. It's his second year in Luxembourg, and definitely he can answer this question if there is any scholarship for Bachelor or not. Youssef, this is also a question that I have to ask my friend next week. Since I'm a studying master at the University of Luxembourg, the procedure for recognition of diploma was different from bachelor. So I have to ask my friends to see how's the situation. He is from Pakistan, so definitely he had the same situation as you're asking. So he is the right person to answer this question. I will ask him this question next week that I'm going to have an interview with him. And so please stay tuned that I publish this video. You will watch and get your answer. It's always better to apply earlier. Um because every minute, every day that passes, there might be less chance to get admission. So I really recommend that you apply as soon as you can. Yes, you pay rent in summer too. because you are living here. Uh, if you want to move out in summer, then you don't need to pay, but you are not moving out. You have the contract and you have to pay for the accommodation as long as you have the contract. Teja, are jobs available easily? This is a question which is really tricky. It really depends on your chances, on your luck, and how hard you try and how good your profile is. Um, for some programs, for example, finance, I would say it is easier than the other um fields. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's easier than the other fields. Um, but there are definitely jobs available, and most of them are so competitive. Yes, I got my admission on 14th of April 2021, and the deadline was what was 30th of April 2021. So I got my admission like 2 weeks before the deadline. If you are planning to do a master in Luxembourg, then it will be easier for you because you need to do your recognition of diploma after getting admission at university and after getting your visa. So there would be not that much a problem. I know a friend of mine that she's doing a master in wealth management. As long as I know, she's always in courses. It's like she's so busy. Uh, but definitely there are so many job opportunities for this specific master as I've seen and as I've heard from around. But it's still, I'm saying like all the jobs are so competitive, so you have to try hard to get a position or something. No, that's the time they stop getting admission. Like you cannot apply after that time. You can submit your documents and your application before that deadline. After that, it's not possible unless you are non-European. Unless you are European, I guess European can apply longer. Hello. When applying for more than one master's program, do you have to write a different motivational letter for both or separately? Yes, definitely. You are applying for two different programs, and definitely you have to have two different motivation for these programs. I mean, you cannot write the motivation letter, for example, for computer science and give the same motivation letter for civil engineering. How long did it take for them to give you the response after you applied? Um, I don't remember exactly when I applied, but I got my admission letter on 14th of April 2021. I guess it was something around 1 month, more or less 1 month. There is some programs it is mandatory to have interview. For some courses and programs it is not mandatory, like they don't have interview. And for some programs they ask you to go for an interview only if your profile is not like top. And if it's not top and there are some others with the same profile as you have, they might have an interview to choose some of you. The class size, I guess there were like 10 to 15 people this year for data science. I don't know exactly. Um, I can maybe ask my friends. Do you need motivation letter for bachelor? Yes, motivation letter you need for everything. For everything you need to write a motivation letter. I'm from Iran. I'm from Tehran. Your brother maybe can sponsor you, um, because I guess he needs to fill a form which is called proxy. Uh, when you get your admission letter, there are two links in your admission letter. One is to get your authorization to stay, and in that link, it's explained in details how you can get your admission and get your authorization to stay. And in a part of that, it indicated that how you can ask someone else to sponsor you. So I'm saying like don't rush, just wait for your admission first, and then you can have the link and get all the information. So I asked my friends that he's studying a Master of Data Science. He said something between 30 to 40 people joined university in Master of Data Science this year. Can I bring my wife along with me if I am enrolled in master degree? Unfortunately, you cannot bring someone along with you when you are studying master or bachelor, but only for PhD position or for uh, studying or for jobs. Hi Shan, can I ask how much this university get hard on our GPA? For computer major I want to apply. Can you give me some hints for applying? For computer science, it is really important to have high scores in mathematics and all these related courses to mathematics. And beside that, also the grades for sorry, your grades for computer related courses are really also important. I cannot say that they get hard on your GPA so much because your application is an overall of several criterias. Your CV is important, your diploma is important, your transcripts are important, and motivation letter is so important. I really cannot tell you if a low GPA or a high GPA can make a difference or not, because it's an overall. And I really suggest you, if you have a low GPA, try to improve your CV. If you cannot improve your CV in the meantime, try to write a very strong motivational letter and explain um, strongly why you want to join this university and start studying that program. Well, there are Muslims here and they do Ramadan. And I know there are some mosques around here, so that's not going to be a problem. And there are also several stores and groceries groceries that you can buy halal food, so they're not going to be a problem. I'm losing my battery. Let me just plug my charger. Can you hear me now? Okay, okay, cool. Sorry. So what would be the overall living cost for bachelor? There shouldn't be that much of difference between bachelor living costs and master living costs. But I guess the only difference is just the tuition fee. Most of the master programs are 200 euro per semester, whereas for bachelor, it's something around 300 or 400 euro per semester. It's not that much of difference. So, how hard was it for you to find a job after graduation? I'm not graduated yet, but I will definitely let you know when I find a job after finishing my master. I really afraid I cannot understand your question. Can you please explain me a bit more about is the university rolling based? Will work experience add value to your profile? Yeah, definitely. If you have related work experience, it can have a good impact on your application. Yes, there are food charities as well, and also university has a kind of food sharing. So for students that they can just find food. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but yeah, they have something. And beside that, you can apply to get a food voucher of 100 euro per semester. Different programs may have different different procedure for applying and for getting the admissions to the students. But I really strongly advise you that you apply as soon as possible. Because for me, it was like that I applied soon and I get my application letter um, earlier than the deadline. So it means that they were just checking and reviewing and giving admission to the students before the deadline. And so every application letter, every admission letter is a seat and is a place. So and their seats are and places are limited. No worries, it's all fine. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. No, I only have one girlfriend. It's cool. Thank you so much. Are you suggest to apply for two major in one department? Um, I really don't know how to answer this question. Um, but if they are in one department and you have the requirements and you have the background, um, I would apply for both of them in same departments and with different motivation letters. That not going to be a problem, I would say. Um, but I really don't know how to answer this question. But if you have the like background, if they say you need to, for example, um, if you have the background of data science, there are like data science that you can apply, the Master of Data Science. Also HPC, the high performance computation. Um, so I would apply for both of them. Why not? Uh, no worries. My pleasure. People in Luxembourg speak English, yes. Um, for example, if you go to a cafe like or in the streets, people are really able to communicate in English as well as French and German. But in south of Luxembourg, maybe you find some people that they are just speaking French. But I would say for me, from my experience, like 80% of the time, I could handle things in English, and the rest of the time, I mean, I could communicate in French as well. I mean, after 2 years of living in Luxembourg, I could learn some French. Yes, the compensation system. Some programs have this compensation system, and I love it. I really love it. But for some programs, there is no compensation system. For example, for my master that I'm studying civil engineering, there is no compensation system. But I know that in data science, they have this kind of compensation system within the modulus. Uh, it's not possible to bring your girlfriend or your wife or anyone along with you while you are studying bachelor or master. But if you are studying a PhD, or if you have a PhD position or you have a job in Luxembourg, then it would be possible to bring your family members with you. Hi, do you think I would be given a PhD admission without attaching my MSc transcript just yet? In this situation, you have to contact your professor and your supervisor. In that situation, they might make an exception and ask you to bring the transcription later. But you have to talk and communicate with your professor and your supervisor. No, I did not skip your question. I answered that you cannot bring your girlfriend or your wife or any member of your family to Luxembourg while you are studying bachelor or master. Only for PhD position and for a job position, you can bring your wife, your uh, or your children or your husband to Luxembourg. I don't know how does it work for girlfriends. No, the weather is not that cold. I mean, it's cold, but it's not that freezing cold. It's not like north of Europe, like Denmark or north of Germany or uh, Nordic countries. It's not like that cold. Right now, let me see. Right now, it's 9 degrees, so it's not that cold. Yes, I will try to have an interview with someone who is studying finance and she also has a scholarship. So I will definitely have a chat with her to have an interview and post it in my YouTube channel. Um, I have another question for high performance computing. Should I have a strong in mathematics subject? Yes, it's really important for this kind of programs, for example, HPC or data science or even computer science. It's much better if you have higher scores in mathematics subjects. I really wish to see all you all next year here in Luxembourg. I really wish you all the best for your application. Coursera certificate. Um, yeah, why not? You can just put it in your CV as well, and as well as in your LinkedIn. Uh, but Coursera certificates only reminds me of LinkedIn profiles. Like everybody in LinkedIn have a Coursera certificate. No worries. Have a good night or time or day. I don't know where you are. I study Master of Civil Engineering. You're welcome. In what way you could improve your CV other than internship and online courses? Well, definitely learning skills can improve your CV. I don't know what program you are going to study, but try to find the softwares that are really important in that specific program and try to learn as much as as you can those kind of softwares. Um, I really recommend you to go to the specific page of that program that you want to study on the website of University of Luxembourg and try to find the study program, like the courses and this stuff, and try to find what softwares they 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 use during the studies, and try to improve your skills in those softwares. It is night in Iran. Yes, it's 9 p.m. in Iran. As much as I know, there's no blocked accounts. Um, you just come to Luxembourg. I mean, you just show your account that you have enough money to live in Luxembourg, and then you can get the visa and come to Luxembourg. I have 7 CGPA in BTech. Can I get any chance in getting into CS or data science? Um, I really cannot tell you if you can get admission or not, because anyway, it is competitive. It is like it's not just your CGPA. It's an overall admission. Like you have to have strong CV. I mean, you need like it is overall evaluation. They evaluate your GPA, evaluate your CV, your motivation letter, all these things all together. They have impact on your chances. So I cannot tell you really with like with this number or with this grade, can you get into this kind of program or not? This is an overall evaluation. Um, Iran is also using the French system. So here we also have the grading out of 20. So if you have 15.80, you have 15.80. Only the credit system is different. Here we have European credits, ECTS, which is a bit different than Iran. If you want to convert your credits into European credits, um, there might be an Excel on internet if you try to find it and search in Google, and there's an Excel file. You can put all your gradings and credits in that Excel file, and then it gives you the ECTS system. But anyway, in Luxembourg, we also use the French system, which is like out of 20. If the program is entirely in English, then you need English certificate. In the description of that specific program, they mention if you need any other language certificate or not. No, I don't know anyone failed finance or accounting, unfortunately. Or fortunately, that I don't know. I don't know. But I know I don't know anyone. Is emailing a professor or supervisor? Is it advisable to email more than one professor or just one in fine is fine? Well, if you're trying to get a position, try to find professors which have the same interests as your field of research and try to contact them all if they have the same interests as you do. No, it is not a low GPA, it's a good one. And I know we have in Iran we have so many general courses which can have an impact on our overall GPA. So when you send your transcripts, they also consider how much are the grades for your specialized courses like mathematics and for example computer courses. So in some cases like general courses bring your GPA lower. When you send your transcripts, they look at your grading in your specialized courses as well. I went to study bachelor's in computer science, which is an English taught program. But a senior of mine told me that you will need French language certificate at the time of visa. Please clarify. Um, Actually, this is a question which I cannot answer, but that friend of mine that I will have an interview with him next week can answer this question. So I would suggest you stay tuned until next week and I have the interview and then you can get the answer. But I really haven't been through this procedure, so I cannot say anything for sure. Yes, you can apply up to three programs at a time. You too have a great evening or night. Is there anything we can discuss about? No, I applied for a master and it was entirely in English. The only time that I showed a language certificate was at the time of application through the university website. And I only showed my IELTS certificate. And after that, I didn't need my language certificate for visa or any other procedure. Hello, the Iranian grade system is okay to apply? Yes, it is okay. What do you mean? The grading system in Luxembourg is also same as the grading system in Iran. So here we also have the grading from 20 out of 20. So I guess there shouldn't be any problem. I didn't convert my diploma or anything else into another grading system. When you translate your diploma or your transcripts into English, uh, automatically the translator put an explanation in your certificate that this grading system is out of 20. So that's gonna be sufficient. Well, for a good CV, try to find the keywords in the description and explanation of the program that you are applying, and also try to improve your skills in softwares which are gonna be used during your study at that specific program. And for motivation letter, try to imagine yourself in front of the admission committee and try to convince them to uh, choose you over the others. That's the situation you have to imagine yourself while you are writing a motivation letter. You're very welcome. Is there anything else we can discuss about? It depends on the question is if I am doing any part-time job, will it be enough to cover the monthly living expenses? You are allowed to work 15 hours per week in Luxembourg, and the minimum salary is just a little bit less than 15 euro per hour. And usually you get the minimum salary uh, for part-time student jobs. Um, and you will make something around 900 to 1000 euro per month. It really depends on your accommodation. If you get more expensive accommodation, it's going to be a bit harder to manage all your expenses because you need to adopt your lifestyle with that much of money which is left for you after paying your rent. But if you have cheaper accommodation, it would be a bit easier and better for you, the situation. Can I frame my motivation in a story form? Um, most of the motivation letters have a general form and a structure. Try to follow that structure. You can easily ask in Google to get some motivation letter samples and try to follow as that structure is followed. Course description is optional for some courses, and for some courses it is not required, and for some programs it is mandatory. It depends on the program that you're applying to. Usually in Luxembourg, if you have a PhD position, you get monthly, you have salary of something. I'm not sure, but it's a bit less than 3,000 a month. If you don't have a PhD position and you are doing a self-funded PhD, then I guess you will have this allowance of part-time job while doing your PhD studies. So, all my friends, that was a very lovely chat and stream we had tonight. I have one more exam to do, so I have to get back to study. I wish you all a very successful and nice application. Make sure to prepare all your documents so you will not stress out while the portal is open. I wish you all a good night or a nice day wherever you are. Have a nice day and night. Goodbye.